Oh, yes, guys. Oh my gosh. Yes, I am. I am live. Here we First thing I want to say, God bless America. Jesus Christ is King. I'm sorry. Praise the Lord. John 3:16, guys. Let's get it. Let's get it, guys. Let me start out with hard right first. Hard right.
Hard right. Who loves the flag? Hard right. Yeah, who's ready to fight? Hard right. Real talk all night. Hard right. It's hard right.
Oh my gosh, I started off with hard right. Oh my gosh, here we go, guys. This party. Myron, yo, what's going on, Myron? Oh my gosh. Did you see last night? Oh, it was great. Wasn't it great? Oh my gosh, totally great. Oh, guys, yes. I tell you what, I got a lot of things going on right now this second. I see here, you know what? I was looking around. I saw everybody's doing. I saw the competition working. I said, they might be better than me, but they ain't gonna outwork me. They're not gonna outwork me. I'm not gonna watch them. I said, no. We gotta be the trendsetters. Oh my gosh, last night was beautiful. Different, oh my gosh. I started watching these other guys. I said, no. I got the real squad over newborn. I couldn't even sleep right. I was saying, we're gonna win this. Oh, they gonna know who we are. Oh my gosh. Yes, everything is going great here, guys. Let me see here. I gotta make sure I put the phone number in. Let me see. I got the phone number in. I'm gonna say call in. Oh my gosh, call in. I'm both vertical and horizontal. Vertical and horizontal today. I said, oh yes. Oh my gosh, here we go here. Oh, no data. Okay, let's see if we can, hopefully we can keep it stable. Oh, we can keep it stable. Okay, there we go. Oh, we can. Oh my gosh. Also got the Zoom ready if someone wants to come through Zoom as well. Oh my gosh, I tested it out and I got the Zoom open as well. I'll drop the Zoom. If you call in, I'll drop the Zoom. Here we go. Okay. Let me stop it right now. Oh, let's see, gotta get it off right now. Here we go. Oh, you go right there. Oh, okay, here we go, guys. It says your frames detected 20% over the last 2 minutes. Oh gosh, got a phone number in here. Let me see what Myron, talk to me. What's going on?
Man, let me kick it off for you about last night.
Oh yes.
I like that, man.
You did.
Suggestion.
Go ahead.
Maybe before the call in the description, have your questions and everything laid out. Kind of like how Hammer was saying, things was kind of getting off track.
Yeah.
But I think if you have a posted agenda and allow people to, it's just the respecting of each other's time and making sure that people know. But train yourselves to refrain from interrupting somebody, allow them to speak so they don't lose their chain of thought. You can come back when it's your turn and you can respond and you can stay on track.
Yes.
But I will say it's the first time from the left.
I know it. He said 3-0, 7-0, 12-0. He was counting it out, boy. But Patrick. He was level headed.
And then we got a fact checker. So allow our fact checkers to check.
Yeah.
Come back, and if it's something, move on to the next.
Yeah.
But I also want to talk about, when I got to the part about the reparations.
I knew I felt you. I felt you because I know how you feel about it. Okay, go ahead.
Well, my thing is this, and I've been thinking about it too. It's not so much about what was done in slavery.
Okay.
It was the stuff that was done after slavery that has affected generations down the road.
Yeah.
So when we talk about redlining, we talk about how we weren't able to get loans.
Yeah.
Those are all things that were true.
Yeah.
What about do what was necessary for themselves?
Yeah.
But you have a lot of folks that didn't have that opportunity.
Yeah.
That were traditional Black person in America.
Yeah.
But the problem is we've gotten so diluted. Now we have African Americans. You have some folks that will not be privy to those things that others may receive, and you got to be okay with that. But I think if we streamline it down to what the problem really is, and the problem was right now, it's all the byproduct of the laws that were placed to keep us from becoming prosperous, from owning property, from owning homes, form, but also in the form of education. So that way we're not squandering money on things.
Right. I was right.
Yeah, I joked about that as well. That is true. However, if that's the case, I'm going to buy stock in those companies.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to triple the money that I do receive.
Yeah.
But that's the way I'm thinking.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, but again, we got to teach each other. We got to bring each other up. I think overall, everybody deserves something.
Yeah.
But when it comes to racism part of it, that was suffered a lot by Black folks, Lisa Ann, I think it was somebody else. No, I want to say it was a little bit, she talked about how
a little bit was funny. A little bit was funny. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, very. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. All of them were good.
But as is, we walking in a bank, they're like, no, we're not going to have that. Because if you think about this, Mike, my grandmother, that nature. But across the street, it was Habib with the liquor store.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute, why can't we own our liquor stores if we're going to have them?
Right.
But we can't get the business loan to obtain it. So then they can come in as an immigrant. They get all the loans and all the money. They get all the help from the government that we weren't getting.
Yeah.
So I think that when we talk about the reparations portion, that's where it should be. No, none of us were slaves. No, none of the people that we may know today were responsible for the slavery. However, there were laws and rules put on the books that we know of. But, that's just how I look at it. And it's something that I have to really think about. But having that forum last night and being able to hear everybody's opinions, in real time.
Hold on 1 second.
To see what they really thought.
Okay, 1 second. I got a phone call come through. Hold on a second.
Call from.
Hello, this is ForRealWithMike. Who's calling? Hello?
Yes, this is Tom in Florida.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
I'm good.
Have you called back? Have you called before, or is it your first time calling me?
No, I never have, but I listen a lot, but
really?
I never call.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Tom, hold on a second. I have Myron on the phone. Give me like 2 minutes. Hold for 2 minutes, please. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I appreciate that. Okay, Myron, I got 2 minutes.
It's different. Could be very groundbreaking, but if we had a little more rules and controls, I think it could be a lot more profound. I think putting a face to a lot of these names, you can better understand people now.
I'm telling you.
I have a much better understanding. The way politics are today with all this division, at the end of the day, I'm going to say this, and this is why I'm saying this. I was in another chat, and someone actually thought that if they didn't have representation, because somebody from a different party is going to represent you, they have to do what's right by you.
Right.
Just because this is a former district of Democrats. We're not paying for anything in that district. That's not how it works.
Right.
But I think that I'm a Democrat. Right. Nobody knows who you are when you walk up to them. All I see is a person. And that's all you ever will be to me. I'm not going to put a label on you and be like, oh, that's a Democrat. I can't deal with them. I'm not going to talk to them anymore.
Right.
No, that's not what it's about, and it's crazy to me that people are losing friends and family members behind how they feel or vote politically.
Yeah.
But I just want to chime in on that. And also, man, on the chat, do you want me to get rid of some of these folks when they're coming? Get a little offended.
What they say, if they say something really like, really bad, I can give them a warning and then give them like 30 minutes. I don't know.
I'll time them out.
Yeah.
And what I'll do is, I like, if it's real bad, I'll give them a day timeout. I'll 24 hours. And then I'll tell them, you know what, if you can't type it, call it in. That's how I challenge folks. I'm like, you know what, I don't want to read it. Let's say something about it so we can all hear it.
Yeah, definitely. If it's excessive, But besides that, I like to hit the opposite side. You know.
Okay, so
You
if
know,
I
enemies.
see the multiple
I need
10
haters.
times, same
Yeah.
thing,
I need
I'll
haters.
take them down.
Right. Haters
Okay.
motivate me. They don't stop me.
I understand, bro. I understand.
Okay.
Hey, man,
I'm just trying to stop my thing
Happy
from
Saturday,
lagging.
man.
My screen is lagging so big. I'm gonna work on it. I'm trying to do dual. This is what I'm gonna work on for this weekend. I'm making sure that this dual thing works. I'm on horizontal and vertical. So don't worry about it. Just pick one of the things to look at. And I'm watching this. They spam on this. Yeah, I'm not. It's no overdo it. If you're right, if they're using profanity too much, then yeah. But besides that, I'm not.
Got you.
I've been doing that, but so hopefully it'll work. That's what they say you can do. You can put certain words in there to stop them from showing up. Okay, rules and and you liked Patrick. Okay, I got you. All right, take care, man. All right.
And one more thing. More thing. You may have to give a reset because you don't want to get this struck down and you don't want it to all go in vain. At the end of the night, somebody goes off and you got to delete it all. So I would say that, just a slight reminder before they get on, hey, be mindful of what you say, no cursing, and that way everything will be copacetic.
Yeah. All right, I really appreciate it.
And go from there. And don't make it personal, because we all got to live here.
Yeah, definitely. All right, bye.
Brother. All right. You got it. Take care, bro.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, got it.
Bye.
All right. Okay, here's it. I want to associate myself with someone that wants to dismantle voter rights. Oh my gosh. Okay. How you doing, Tom? Talk to me, Tom from Florida.
Minute market up there, and I got me a drink. And there was something in there. It's about the national. I say it's 90% white, 10%.
I'm not sure. You're breaking up. You're breaking up really hard on me. You're breaking up really hard. Do me a favor, Tom. Call right back, okay? Now you're going in and out.
All right.
Okay, bye. Call right back. Okay, that was Tom. Tom was from Florida. Before that, also I have a Zoom link right now too, so you can come. Okay, we're gonna see if we can get this working better. All right, hold on a second.
Call from
Tom.
There we go, Tom. We're crystal clear now. Okay, you said something about some fire. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the local. Why does I have some questions I'd like to ask because I love your show and
Thank
I
you.
listen.
Hold on a second. I got another caller coming in right now. Please hold. I'm sorry. Hold on a second, Tom. I got another caller coming in. I'm gonna put him on hold. Please hold.
Call from
Mike.
Hey, Mike. What's up, man? Hold on a second. Okay, give me like 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, 3 to 4 minutes.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead, Tom. I'm so sorry. We got 3 to 4 minutes together.
I wanted to ask is why does our local fire and police in national elections, they unanimously vote Republican, but in the local elections, they unanimously support and vote for a Democratic candidate?
I don't know. Why do you think they do that?
Because their pensions and their raises and all are decided by the council and the mayor. So they make a deal with the mayor within the city council to get. They recently got a gigantic when they elected the Democratic mayor. They got a gigantic raise in their pay and in their return that they want. And then when they get ready to retire, they don't want to live in the pus pocket they created. So they move down to St. John's. One county, the Duval County, will vote a Democratic mayor. But in St. Johns County, it's conservative. They will only vote for a Republican mayor.
Tom, can I ask you a quick question? Tom, hold on a second. Is it race lines involved in this? Hispanic and black with the Democratic and white with the Republican? Or what do you think is involved here?
No, it's intelligence.
Intelligence. Okay.
It's intelligence. That has nothing to do with skin color.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay, that's good. That's very good. Okay, so what do you think the objective here is happening here? Do you think they should do Republican straight down, or what? For their own good, or what?
I'm sorry. Say again.
So what do you think? You think it should be their You think they should vote Republican straight down?
I think you should vote always for the best candidate, the best that's for America.
Yes. I agree with you.
You know, I'm 80 years old, a large piece of, and I belong to a group that's the most hated group in America now.
What group?
You know what group that is?
Republican Party?
The old white. Regardless.
Oh my gosh, you're still good. You're still good with me. Old white man is still good with me. I mean, you're good with me.
Really?
Yeah, you help make America great, right? You help
mess him up like a girl. He's going to be a girl.
Yeah.
You can't do that. In other words, we're not going to buy that. We're not going to buy the Democrat president lead us into wasting 58,000 young men and countless billions of treasure. So we only believe in the truth.
Yeah.
We're going under.
Yeah.
Reagan said it. Remember what Reagan said about if you have a nation that abandons God, it's going to go under. And we're there. We're there. And we sadly look at things like the Democratic Party. There's been great Democrats. Truman was impeccable. He was the first wealthy president paid for. He was so broke when he got out, he had to borrow money from the Speaker of the House, Sam Rayburn, to move his furnishings back to Missouri.
Truman.
And then we had Kennedy. Kennedy was a great guy. He would be ultra right wing now if he was back. So to try to paint one party of the woke generation, the news now is, our newspaper has grown so small, it's ridiculous.
I'm sorry, it was really great hearing you. I'm so sorry I got to stop you. I'm missing calls. But call back anytime, Tom. I really appreciate you. I really do. I have Mike. Oh, my gosh. Mike, where are you from?
Well, originally I'm from St. Louis, but I live in Hawaii now.
Oh, okay. Have you called before?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We talked about the Trump taking over the oil.
Hey, Mike, are you okay of going on Zoom? I can send you a Zoom link if you want, and you can be on Zoom. Or are you just want to be on the phone?
Yeah. No, I mean, I could be on the phone. We'll do the Zoom link. We'll do a Zoom link some other time when I'm more presentable.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. No problem.
Let me ask you something. We're talking about the situation with the gerrymandering, right?
Yeah.
Who's being denied the right to vote?
No one.
That's the thing.
Very good.
That's the thing that's killing me about it. And what they did in Virginia is gerrymandering and corrupt. I mean, the thing is that you got to understand the reason all these blue states are going with SIU Carbondale, because Carbondale was the university. It was in Jackson County. And forever, you couldn't get a Republican in there, even though in Illinois at Carbondale. And they would, so they would go and they'd play these shenanigans, and and the university is going broke. I mean, people are leaving blue states.
Yes.
And the gerrymandering county breakdown, it is, you'd think it was Republicans.
Wow.
But it's gerrymandered so that every population center is what gets counted. And that's, you've got states like California that are solidly 35-40% Republican, but they never get Republicans in because, guys over in Malibu and LA,
Can you hear him? Can you hear everything he's saying?
Oh yeah, I hear him. He's telling no lies.
Okay, go ahead, keep going. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. I just want to make sure. Keep going, Mike.
Okay, so the thing that people don't understand is that when they play these games, the politicians play these games, they're not making any friends. And gerrymandering is, it kills me because the same people that complain about redlining are the same people that are now pissed off that gerrymandering is taken off the table. And it's like, look, you can either representation and deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
And you're right now, those are like, they've been doing it forever.
Wow. You know what? This midterm election is very critical. Very critical, I think. I think they're really going to try to impeach our president. They already said they are, and they're going to try to do 25th Amendment. Go ahead.
If they get a hold of the House, they're going to lock everything up. And the problem with locking everything up is in the short-term sense for people that play checkers, yeah, that's a good thing. We'll stop the Trump agenda. But like I told you before, with like right now, we control either by access or production, we control the world's oil. And we are stopping war without our thumbs up, and we're not giving it.
Right.
And because Middle Eastern oil is no longer and the chess players are like, yeah, well, we basically did a queen swap with this war in Iran.
Yes.
I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, and I'm going to be the first to tell you, I didn't vote for the guy. I voted the first time Trump was up. I was feeling the Johnson. I was a libertarian, and the second one, I was in the same boat as in. I didn't vote in 2020 or 2024. I was so disgusted with the whole process. And, every president in American history has a strength. And he was masterful at his craft. And that was his strength. And we all know about his weaknesses. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
We're never going to get the kind of president we want in America. We're just going to get what we get. And as often as not, we're probably, I don't think we're ever going to see another Trump. Probably once he leaves office, we're probably never going to see anybody with an independent agenda again. It's probably never going to happen. I mean, we as a country, we really enjoy our Judas steer. And that just is what it is. You know what a Judas steer is?
No, but I'm thinking that it's not good.
He was charismatic. He was not taken to slaughter. Once they figured out if the Judas steer stays calm, the herd's less liable to stampede.
Wow.
First one in the pen, he led them into the pen. They separated him. He got trucked back. And as often as not, he got put on a wagon. So if you look at what we elect, if you look at what we value as what are your qualifications to be a leader of men? I mean, leadership. Or Thomas Massey. Or would you follow
Trump?
Any of these leaders?
I'll go through a wall with Trump. I think Trump.
A real estate negotiation.
Yes.
Or into something where he has to think bigger. He's thinking moves ahead.
Yes.
Doesn't always say it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
That's usually that's some used car salesman shit right there. But hear me out. At the end of the day, and no, we do not have. We cannot look at the leadership in this country.
Good, very damn good, Mike.
I want to do one of these shows myself.
What's your background,
are you
man?
kidding?
I mean, the steer and an analogy with Clinton. Damn, captivating.
Well, let me ask you a question. Where would you follow Bill Clinton?
I'm telling you, that's what we. You know what? Clinton had a thing with. He sold black people on, being the first black president and stuff. He knew how to give
them input.
I know, but we haven't had one yet. But, I don't think we need one either with that aside.
Because one thing I know, I grew up in St. Louis, and I didn't grow up in the friendly part of St. Louis.
Okay.
The one thing I know is if you grew up in the city, there's always some old guy who retired from his job out there on the stoop. And that man wouldn't give you bad advice on a bet. Didn't matter what color you were. He wouldn't give you bad advice. He'd be the old man going, best not be doing that. Right. He would be the one that would be the best president. And what is the job like that?
Uncle Tom.
That's his
they call
job.
Him Uncle Tom.
Yeah. And I mean, Larry Elder, perfect example.
Oh,
I've met Larry Elder twice.
Oh, really?
He'd be a great president.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Who'd vote for him?
Yeah, no one would vote for him. But yeah, I know. I listen to. I'm in L.A., Los Angeles area, so I listen to.
Just a comedy thing in El Segundo.
Oh, okay.
And he used to do it. And when I was a younger man, the company I worked for put me out there in a yard in Montebello, and they were trying to get me to move to California. And you know, I almost moved to California a couple of times, but I ended up moving to Texas instead. And I'll tell you, it's kind of like Tex-Mex or Mexical, Tex-Mex or Mexical. Boy, you should do a show on who's got better, Texas Mexican or California Mexican.
Oh no, I'm not touching that. I can I can say negative things about black people, but I can't say negative things about Mexicans. No, I'd be like, then I'd be considered racist. I guess no. You ban food and stuff. You know what? To be honest with you,
we're talking about the food.
Oh, okay, we're talking about the food. Okay, you know what? I was actually, we talked about and discussed. I like it. I like it a lot, Mike. You have to come back on here, man. Darn it, I love it. You spoke your mind.
Well, it'll be called the most unpopular show on YouTube,
and it might sell. It might work. It might definitely work. Teach you. No problem. Issue out. I think this is my personal thought. How many videos you upload? So if you upload 50, 100, whatever, they give you a little bit more. You upload 1,000, they give you a lot more. That's my theory. But in the same token, you're getting better and better at it. So I don't know. I think they are, I'm looking at these numbers behind people and I'm saying, oh my gosh, they have experience. Unless you have a big name in your production, But I don't like it, but I understand the end game. They've been doing it. This has been done in California. I think Mike told me that. I'm for it in a sense. I don't like it. It leaves a bad taste of unfairness, but at the same token, my team is doing
something on that, Mike.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's not that this side is cheating. It's not because I want to be a homeboy or a homer. I mean, we understand extensively what my thoughts are on the two-party system. It's what they're doing is they're undoing the cheat. What they're doing is they're through a state just so they can go to predominantly minority neighborhoods and some people. And that's what they do. And what it does is it creates an imbalance. And you have, like in Illinois, you have zero representation. I mean, Illinois General Assembly is a supermajority Democrat. And the thing that's really sad is every time that there's votes in big national elections, or even in the midterms, you see these counties are predominantly red. And there's only a few blue. And it's Cook County, it's Champaign County, and it's the county down south that's the electoral college, the votes that Illinois gets. Well, all 19 of them at this point, hell, it used to be 22, 23, but that's another topic. But all those votes go toward a Democrat, and that's just completely public in the way that we are gerrymandered up in most of these quote unquote blue states. When you've seen people flee these blue states and run to more red states, well, what was the fix then? The fix wasn't. And so it's not that this side is cheating. This side is undoing the cheating.
Okay.
That's exactly what's happening.
Of course, this is when you hear your competition saying we're going to put people in jail and prison, we're gonna put them on, teach him and stuff. It's like do or die. It seems like going on here. And then I get callers as well. I get callers that saying that we're gonna get payback. These politicians are saying on these talk shows, CNN, MSNBC, that they want payback. And I'm thinking like, what payback? What payback they want? And it's sad. This is a very critical. Very critical. It's going to be a wasted 2 years if any Democrat wins the Senate or the House. If they win any of those two, it's going to be just a wasted time. The great thing about it is that we have the Supreme Court. It didn't pass the Senate, and it's been sitting there, and he can yell all he wants inside there over and over again. What's the time frame on? I've been trying to find out. What's the time frame that they have to pass the Save America Act before it can it will be considered too late or whatever? I think they just waiting the time out. I don't know. What do you think on that?
What they're trying to do is get past this. It's like a fake conservative. It's a rhino, like a Republican in name only.
I got you.
And but see, here's the difference. I almost have a problem with that too. It's because we have two parties right now, supposedly. The Republican Party, it has transcended the Democrat Party. And you're seeing a lot of neocons, so these fake enemies in the ring, but in the back they're eating pizza and drinking beer together. I mean, that's what political theater's been for decades. Record with and this just the in these midterms coming up, people are getting ousted. They're actually seeing that kind of trickle through the Democrats, because the Democrats have now had to unveil who they really are.
Yeah.
You know, and like we talked last night, if you listen to somebody long enough, they're going to tell you who they are.
Yeah.
And we need to bust up this two-party system. And that's why this movement is bigger than anything else that we can talk about: gas prices, economy, GDP, any of that other BS. It's the fact that the next president, it won't be a guy that takes a party toe line agenda. I hope that this movement keeps going, and I hope that if Rubio can roll over, and I'm sorry, if Vance can roll over and get the same power that Trump had within the Make America First movement, it's almost like another party. And you're going to see gives less and less power to the Democrats, because a neocon is just a Democrat with an R next to their name.
I see.
So this is probably going in the right direction, and I hope that at last I hope that gaining these 20 seats with this fixing, undoing candidates.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. You know what? And to Michael, when you asked me initially about stuff, these have federal judges slow down executive orders. So I mean, it's being played both ways. I can't wait for
you see any kind of freedom of speech. There's some freedom of speech issues that have either failed. What they do is they keep kicking it back to the lower courts.
Oh.
The lower courts makes a decision, and then it gets bounced back to them, and then they kick it back. So what they're doing essentially is they're doing unconstitutional things that fit their agenda, which is the gun grab and attacking freedom of speech and different things that is a states' right thing. But at the same time, we have federal constitution that's, for instance, that it has already been founded, I shouldn't say that because I don't know that for a fact. I have not pulled this up, so I don't want to talk and back. The Supreme Court needs to jump in and force J.B. Pritzker and Democrats Trump for gerrymandering. Okay. So and before that was Rauner, which was kind of a neocon, and before that it was pretty much either neocons or Democrats that ran Illinois. And we're just if you've seen our governors, I mean, hell, 2 or 3 of our governors have been to prison. It's quid quo pro politics that come out of Chicago. I mean, Chicago rules our state, and it's probably one of the most corrupt cities in America. Look at this, and then I'll shut up. If you look at this, I believe Illinois only won by 5 to 6 points for blue in the last election, and kind of they feel like, for lack of better terms, they've been getting shit on. Yeah. And you see a much bigger Republican bans upon millions of dollars in this governor race to try to keep J.B. Pritzker in. And I think that it is a very big 28-32. So I'm thinking in 32, you might have Illinois flipping.
Wow.
And Trump's a racist, bad orange man.
Yeah.
Trump's a racist, bad orange man, because the older Democrats are passing. They're not with the transgender movement. They're not with the LGBTQ push. They're not with a lot of the things that we are last. Every other group that they have that they claim to look out for, we are dead last. And black people are with Biden and all the mail-in BS that we had to now, like the number of votes that Trump got in the last election, and the huge certain. And every one of those black guys were pro-Trumpers. And even though the union pushes, that union in particular pushed the Democrat ticket, I know almost every one of my coworkers is, and almost exclusively the African Americans that I taught, wore 47 pendants on their necklaces, wore 47 hats, 45 shirts, things of that nature. So I think that you're seeing these young disenfranchised white kids to become conservatives. Well, now he's kind of switching and flipping. He disappeared for a week on a trip overseas, came back, all of a sudden he hates Trump and wants to vote Democrat to teach the conservatives a lesson. I think young men especially especially young white men that are so disenfranchised and tired of being shit on. It's like, you're bad if you're white. And that's the sentiment that the Democrat Party has pushed for a long, long time. And they're going to pay for it in the polls, because now, instead of these kids being liberals when they're younger and grow into maturity and become conservatives, because that's been the cycle, regular Christian conservatives as they get older, and you watch it, I think we're in for a huge overhaul politically. And I think that this progressivism they're tripling down and quadrupling down on just gets completely ripped from their ideology, and they go 20 seats. There's zero chance, like these guys like Buster and Patrick talk, well, they're going to win the midterms. There's zero chance. They might flip a seat or two here or there, but there's zero chance they take control of either. It's over with.
Right. I'm gonna try to get the chat. And something you want to say, Mike? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm gonna try to get.
So, what was the question you were gonna ask? Because, what was the question you were gonna ask?
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second. I got a caller, and then I'm gonna look for it again. It was somebody in the chat. Please hold.
Call from
Paul.
Hey, Paul. How you doing? Hold on a second. Give me like 3 minutes, okay, Paul? 3 minutes.
Okay, buddy.
All right. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay, let me see here. All right, see now. Okay, the question. I got 3 minutes on this. Mike, 3 more minutes. I got another caller named Paul. It was Buster. Okay. I think Buster here said some stuff here. He said that Trump directed Texas to do their gerrymandering. I can get it out. To get 5 seats, to get them 5 seats, and it started with them. It's Trumpism. Like, it's instead of Republicans, it's all Trump. And I think you touched on that, Mike. It's definitely being mafia style with it. They putting more money into it.
I don't think that it's dropping people that dumped him. I think he's dropping people that aren't America first.
Very good. But either way, even someone said Joe. He said, "Well, Joe's okay, but I'm not gonna. I'm going for the other guy. He wants 100. I don't blame it. It's just I get pissed off when I don't see Democrats go a party line all the way across. Why can't the Republican Party do the same thing? Because they don't like them. I don't know. It just bothers me.
What kills me is they talk about the mafia like it's a bad thing, but I grew up in St. Louis and there was a mafia presence, and they did run. But with the mafia, you get gambling, you get prostitution, and at least with gambling and prostitution with the mafia, unlike the government, every now and then you win some money and you get a kiss with that screw. I don't know why everybody dogs on the mafia, I mean, come on.
I know this is the name of it. Okay, I got to let you go. Mike, thank you so much. We got another caller coming in right now. I really appreciate you.
I'll bug you some other time. Okay. I'll bug you some other time.
Mike from Hawaii. Day, okay, call back. You're welcome. I think you said your name was Paul, right?
Yes, it's Paul.
Paul, where are you from?
Michigan.
Michigan. Paul from Michigan. What party are you? Political party.
I obviously Republican Party.
Okay, good. What would you like to talk about? Oh, actually, I had something. 1 second, please. Hey, guys, this is For Real with Mike, guys. I'm just getting going again. I have Zoom links as well. I have Michael the Hammer with me as well. Anybody else want to just come in after Michael? I think I'm going to do one at a time with Zoom because it gets too crowded and too much noise. But so anybody want to come in and just let me know in the chat, I guess, and then I'll do that way. Also, guys, this is Mike, and you're watching For Real with Mike. This is For Real with Mike. Who's calling?
Alan.
Alan?
Yeah, hello.
Hey, can you hold? Oh, they hung up. Hello?
Yes.
Okay, they hung up. I told her to call me back at 3. Okay. All right, they hung up. All right, let's talk, Paul. Apparently that caller didn't understand what I said. But that's okay. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I would like to know what I'd really like to know from your perspective what it's really like to live in California.
Yeah.
And if you think that under a fair election, that Pratt, would really have a chance, to win, and then also in the governor's race, if the Republican really has a real
California, of course, the major cities are predominantly Democrat, but outside that, and California is a very large state, and normally when he's mailing ballots and stuff, it takes 3 to 4 days. I really think that it's more. It's not that blue. I don't think it's time of Republicans they had after day 3 or 4, somehow they find more votes. That's my honest opinion.
We have that here in Michigan too. We're not far behind is what's going on in California really with, again, they're doing this again this year with this mail-in voting thing, but Michigan is, they will not hand over their, the proof of the 2020 election.
Right.
The votes and all that kind of stuff. And I have a feeling that they're going to go into Michigan at some particular point, like they have Georgia in that area. It's the biggest population for Muslims, which I'm sure most of them are good, but you know, they had the Death to America chants going on down there.
That's a scary feeling. That's yeah. I got Mike with me as well, so I like Mike the Hammer to touch on that as well. When you open your eyes now, and the police department in Dearborn also is like a majority Muslim. I believe it is, right? The police department, we have more people moving there. I think it was a lady on doing a vlog. She traveled to Dearborn because they had some kind. So it's like So I mean, so you got more people wanting to move there. You know, and I think.
Wow.
And he said, "Wow, yeah." So hold on a second. I got a phone call. Please hold.
Hey, buddy.
Call from
John. I know it. John Williams. Thank you, John, for calling so I can block the number. Okay, keep going. I'm sorry.
Back in from 93 until about 2003. And at that particular time, I was selling insurance. You go out and have some drinks, and somebody might have a little bit too much. You could drop them off down there in the 90s. I haven't been down there in years. But.
Yeah. Well, that's the latest thing I heard. And I was on and she just talked about all the police department, everything. She said everything, the businesses and everything was simulation, and are you really truly America first, and all these things that maybe it's an age thing going on. I think Michael touched on it with these young white men in these colleges and stuff, and now they're saying like, you know what, we're not Democrat conservative. I think black men too who are educated and who are not going full blown Black Panther, and I think it's a large number of that, even a guy in Pearson, I can't think where he was in. I think it's in Minneapolis somewhere. He's a clean cut guy, and then all of a sudden now he's dressed like a Black Panther guy. No, that's a Tennessee guy, Justin Pearson. He was clean cut, and he was saying, I want to get along with Republicans and Democrats, and then all of a sudden now he's all militant and stuff. I think they try to find their lane, and I think it's a void there. What's that guy's name that just passed away? Charlie Kirk. He was also ushering in women and men at an early age. And so women and men at an early age, that I think there was something. So Charlie Kirk was ushering that. I think someone else can come in there and usher that in as well. That and also they were upload them on YouTube. And I don't think the other side even noticed how much videos. I was watching them before he passed away. They didn't know anything about him, and then all of a sudden he passes away, and then he's a racist and all that stuff. That's not true. And he wasn't a racist. And I watched those videos, years before he passed away. So all that's still on?
Yeah, I'm still on.
Okay,
I'm still on, but
you're busy. Okay, yeah. So
no, I'm still on.
About the money, I think Virginia hurt. That really brought the Democratic Party. They were laughing. AOC was laughing. And I was like, oh boy. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it didn't happen. Now it's cheating. So it's going back and forth. The cinnamon.
Yeah, that's what I
Sorry, hold on a second. I got a phone number coming. I got a phone.
They lie.
Hold on a second, please.
Call from
Terry. Sorry. Terry, you got to hold on for like 3 or 4 minutes, okay? Terry, please hold. I'm sorry about that. I know you were talking.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't understand the biggest with the fire department and draining the reservoirs out there and all that kind of stuff. and it just happened again recently. And I don't know how many homes it burnt down this time, but what's going to happen in your estimation to the people?
Job highlighting that with his videos and stuff. You know, it was an issue before, you know, people were talking about that before it even actually happened. You know, even Trump mentioned that about the water, how they're cutting off the water from Northern California, not flowing all the way down to Southern California and stuff. So they were talking about this stuff, and it was over because of some fish, some rare species fish that now we find out that it wasn't actually, it's not rare at all. So, I mean, it was just a lot of lies and stuff. It was financial, it was business. He was making business decisions and stuff over water. You know, so so I mean, California, like I said, is one of those states. It's all by. I mean, it's
one thing I'd like to point out, Mike, if I could.
Go ahead.
It's listening to the caller. I'm kind of taking stuff in. What you're seeing is from the left is reconstruction. You know, no matter how much these guys that are pro left, they've been sold the bill of goods. They don't understand that the Republican Party's not what it is. And what you're seeing with this influx of immigrants is it's restructuring. They cannot push their agenda onto America because there's too many Americans that want the American way, that love the Constitution, complete power. And I'm telling you, this has been like a 100-year plan. They have dwelled themselves into the Republican Party. They've and I listen to guys, and I'm going to throw this in because it's all going to come together if you just bear with me.
Okay.
Is, you know, we had Patrick talking about healthcare, and he's a white Democrat, obviously. And when the guy was on talking about reparations, what did he say? Listen to what people say, and they tell you who they are. He said, you know, I agree with you, but, you know, healthcare has to come first. Well, that kind of shows you where you are in the mind of a white Democrat. If you're a black person, your needs, your wants are always going to come. It doesn't get them where they need to be. The black population is declining. Yeah. You see more and more mulattoes. Mulattoes are now. Yeah. That has been a plan that has been going on for decades, and that really got ramped up under Bill Clinton. Communities like you're seeing is because it's a restructuring. The Democrats are used as useful idiots by the Muslims, and the thing that's going to happen is the Muslims will turn on the Democrats. That is 1,000% going to happen.
Damn.
Because they do not jive with the homosexuality. They do not jive with the transgender movement. Yeah. They don't jive with a lot of this stuff with feminism and things like that. And they're just using Democrats as useful idiots. And the Democrats are probably in their mind thinking, the one percenters are thinking, well, you know, all I can say is if your platform was so great, the Democrat platform was so great, why are they transplanting minorities from other places, from other civilizations, from other cultures that do their way? And that's exactly why they're doing what they're doing. Americans see that their policies don't work and they flee. You look at guys like Terry and utopias. They live in American first utopias in Texas and Florida, which are amazing. They don't live in California and these other places. Right. If Terry's got the kind of money he acts like he has, if he lived in California and ran that trucking business, he would be the hell out of there in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Wow. That guy would be in Indiana. He'd be in Texas. He'd be in Florida. He'd be in Georgia. He would be Mississippi. He'd be somewhere that's a red state. Indiana, because things, caller, you can stay where you're at or get the hell out and take your vote somewhere else because you're cooked. Michigan's cooked, bro.
Damn.
Minnesota's cooked.
Well, here's the thing. They're teaching
Caller,
it to our kids.
I know, huh? And lower grade. So lower, they're going lower now. They're going elementary, junior high. Yeah. It's sad. You're totally right. Caller, I'm so sorry. I have a caller coming. He's right behind you, and he's been holding for a while. I think he's been holding for like longer than 5 minutes. Yeah, he's been holding for 6 minutes. So I'm so sorry. Okay. Thank you for calling. Call back anytime. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Terry, what's going on, Terry?
Yes, sir. Hey, what's going on?
I hear you in the background. Pretty good. Something had you want to call. What makes you want to call? We said something that got you going.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Oh, my
gosh. You know, y'all
I have
y'all
the hammer mic with me, by the way. I have the hammer mic with me as well.
I know.
What's up, Terry? How's it going?
And matter of fact, things didn't get bad for black people. Well, I mean, it's been black. Nixon. There was a war on the black neighborhood in the 70s. And I must say this, that was the rise of Trump in the 70s and the 80s. Okay. Yes, it was a rise of Trump because don't forget, Trump was a Democrat before he was a Republican. Remember that. So you have to understand the policies. There were more millionaire Democrats, and you'll understand where I'm going with this.
All right.
What happened in the 80s? There was one president changed everything and made it
Clinton
better for Republicans and made it bad. All these textiles and businesses here where you got to pay people livable wages where you can
all Vietnam. It was all different countries.
They shipped all of the manufacturing textiles.
Vietnam.
No, they sent it to China first because at the end of the Indochina,
it was everywhere.
Was working with Reagan. And that's how all the businesses went.
Terry, that's why Terry, here now. We're here in 2026, and we want to bring it back to the United States.
We can't.
Okay,
we can't. Hold on.
Well, we got a lot of
my point.
We got a lot of things coming. We got a lot of things coming back right now. Like we got AI. AI is coming back, and it's coming back heavy.
Individuals,
right?
Individuals per se. So how can AI?
I know. I'm going to get there.
I'm taken away.
I'm getting ready to get there.
Go ahead.
So they're gonna need labor jobs. Hold on a second, they're gonna need labor jobs, and certain labor jobs will maybe be replaced by robotics.
You know, right now they have self-autonomous 18-wheelers right now.
Wow.
That they're implementing Waco to Houston,
and doesn't get tired.
They're testing it right. Hey, you know, I don't want to be a distracted driver,
right.
But literally. They are literally taking away. Pretty soon, there are not going to be any jobs. And I told one of my buddies this. I swear to God, and you tell me, the Terminator.
Yeah,
that's going to happen.
Damn.
That's literally going to happen. Where machines are going to be. See, machines are not smart right now because we're implementing all of the processes for it. Once the system starts systemizing itself, then guess what it's going to start doing? It's going to say, well, I don't need this person. Then eventually they're going to say, we don't need humans, period.
Oh, shit. We need some safe rails. You think they got some safe rails on that? I remember hearing
No, they don't. And I'm tell you why. We're looking at profitability. Yeah. And Mike was saying earlier, well, you know, we don't get along because the reason why we don't get along. So my whole deal, what I mean by that is, you know, everybody's going to simulate with their, like you said, in Dearborn.
Terry,
do you see all of? Yes, go ahead, Mike.
Terry,
yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Can I push back on that, brother?
Yes.
I think that was something like that in your generation, and I think you're, just so we're clear, like you're late 50s, correct? Like almost 60.
Yeah, 58. 58.
Okay, 58. Yeah, I thought you said something like that. I think that was very true for people in yours. But
you may be about my oldest son age.
Yeah,
my oldest son
I probably am because you're about my dad's age. So what I'm saying is that we had the tables at school in the lunchroom where you would have the black kids, the white kids, the jocks, the headbanger kids, the smokers, the the nerds. They would all be at the same table, very much integrated.
Wow.
But just a generation before me, which was my brother, he had a very different experience in high school, whereas the black kids sat on in this area, the white kids sat on this area. They never commingled. They played sports together. That was about the gist of it.
Right.
But I think you're right coming from your perspective. But I think that's really gotten, and thankfully so, it's gotten a lot better. Like I think people will eventually flock and have more in common with people of their own culture. But now, like for instance, when you hear quote unquote black culture has really kind of inundated like young people, young whites are really kind of intrigued by it because it's a subculture. It's different from what they're used to. And most of these kids,
that's why you have a lot of, and I'm gonna say this, that's why you have a lot of mulattoes, what Mike was saying earlier.
Yes.
That's why you have a lot of mulattoes, because now people are looking at, well, people are just people now. I'm with you. That's my son. I tell my kids, love who loves you back.
I don't have any problems with people intermixing their races. I think that where it becomes problematic is when the numbers get to they're not really in with the blacks.
They are. And I'll tell you, my son,
and that takes away, in my opinion,
is my niece. All my nieces
let me ask you this, because
lactose.
I would like to ask you a question, and in good faith, like it's a real question, because I really want to get your take on this. Do you think that intermixing of the races, and not for the black community or the white community, in the aspect of trying to make
no, it doesn't. I'm gonna tell you why.
I don't know about that.
So what it does is, and
these
I'm gonna say this,
universities got a
you
lot.
may not understand this, that pretty much it dilutes the white race. It doesn't dilute the black race at all.
We're still maintaining.
No, okay, hold on.
I disagree.
Okay,
can I push back?
1% of black is black. Yeah.
Well, to Democrats,
you have any
black.
percentage of blood. You have any percent of black blood, and I'm gonna tell you this. But I can send you a link right now, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. That was the demise of the Neanderthals. That was a demise of the Neanderthals.
Definitely gonna need my genetic.
No. And I'm not calling. Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you that was the demise of the Neanderthals because they had a weaker. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm getting ready to show something right now that Myron just sent me. He said the next time you look into a cab of a big rig between Houston and Dallas.
I saw with my own eyes.
Hold a second. I'm going to play it right now. Here we go. So it's going to be it's 30 seconds long. So hold on a second.
In Texas this week, the self-driving trucks are doing regular long-haul routes between Dallas and Houston. The semis have computers and sensors that can see for more than 4 football fields. During the 4 years of practice hauls, the self-driving technology was able to complete over 1,200 miles without a human in that truck. Who needs a human, right?
Wow. That's it. Okay.
So what I was going to say to push back, and then I'll get your take, if you let me finish, is when you have like 13 or 12% of the population, and it keeps shrinking of blacks, and you take the pool of black men and women, actually it's becoming a bigger number that are procreating with white men, and you see that black men procreating with white women. What you're seeing, blacks are less and less and less in our society.
Yeah, darker. And I'm agree with what you're about to say. Brown race is going to be a brown race, and then guess what? Those people are basically going to subjugate themselves together and say, we don't need to
stomp out black people way faster than white people. And do you think
it will not?
Good
no, it will not. Can I say this? Because they look at black men as the problem.
Yeah,
and
see white men
more white women are sympathizing with black men because they understand.
Yeah.
What they're dealing with white men.
I heard some.
Go ahead.
And what kills me about that is, in reality, if you talk about the problem with either race, it's the
it's a word for that. It's called God. Wait a minute. It's
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yes.
You have misogynist. You have monogamous, and monogamous look at men as
the thing is that we've got real data that shows the issues that go on, and the black women are the ones that are having several kids with different men. The black men actually are getting married. Did you know this? And
what
I'm saying.
54% of black men are childless.
That's crazy.
Women are having children with men
that up. People say, well, I'm racist or I'm a misogynist.
I already know. I know the fact because my younger brother don't have any kids. He's 57.
Yeah.
And black women are having children by multiple men,
baby daddies.
But they'll have 4, 5, 6 kids by different guys.
And Mike, I'm gonna say this, and you gonna understand exactly what I'm about to say. Both of you Mike's gonna understand what I'm about to say because we have to make a choice of who we're gonna give our seed to, right? A woman, if she don't like the seed that she have, guess what? somebody else will come in and take on your responsibility.
Right. And you can
am
do
I lying?
about
take on somebody else's responsibility. That's why you have multiple women that have multiple children by multiple men. It doesn't matter what race.
Hey guys.
Because
hold on a second. I got Watcher Now 773 is telling me that she says, "Hi Mike, Ivanka attempted assassination and President Trump is locked in the White House." Have you heard about that?
Oh wow.
I haven't heard that. Well, that must have just happened.
Right. She's asked me any updates on it. This is my first time hearing about it. But Myron, I'm pretty sure is out on it. Or yeah, I think what's his name?
But in closing, and then I'll get off this so I can say this, and then I'll shut up about it. In closing, is that yes, you have a sect of do good that want to be married, that are have their shit together, that are really good people in society. And the problematic thing for those guys is they don't have a lot of options with the black women, because the black women don't want a good black man. They want somebody with bad characteristics.
Hold on. That's why they are going to opposite races.
You think
China?
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Chinese, they're going because guess what? Really, the man, I'm talking about both. The man is the prize, and I'm not being misogynistic, but the man is the prize. Because think about this. Hold on, think about this. As the man gets older, the more value he brings. The older the woman gets in her relationship, then guess what? She needs more assistance with her help.
Yes.
But guess what? There are women out there that are making it. Yes. But at the end of the day, I've talked to many women, and all the women I talk to, they want to be married. I'm like, but have you been married 4 times? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Have you been married 4 times? And she's like, well, I want to be married again. To me, it's about the ceremony. It's not about the marriage. With the man, it's about the marriage, because he don't care about the ceremony. The way is what it is.
Yeah, that's scary.
And that's the reason why men are more valuable. It's because men can go on, like Clint Eastwood, for instance. Clint Eastwood has a kid like in his 20s, only procreate until they're about 40, and then it gets really bad for them if they procreate after that. So
Barry White, did you know Barry White had a child at 80?
Yes.
Barry White. The singer had a child at
80 years old. That's crazy.
80 years
Mike,
old.
you even got swimmers, man. You could go get you a young little thing and get you a couple little kids. But the other point that I was going to make. Go ahead, Mike.
No, go ahead. No, you're good. You're good. I'm just listening to you. Both of y'all, I'm analyzing the dynamic of what you're saying with people I know, and it's making sense. It is definitely making sense. It's different types of.
Well, the other thing is this: and like Terry says, and me and Terry are in lockstep here. There's no difference between a married couple and the outcomes of their children, and a single father and the outcomes of their children. But when you look at single mother,
for real,
and the outcome of their children,
if you look at the prison system, yes, brother, come on, you're preaching, brother, you preaching today, You know, we used to be at odds. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
hold on. Once that live came on yesterday, he understood where I came from, and I understand.
Well, he saw you talked about the word work hard and stuff, and he said you sound like a Republican. Somebody said that. It was so funny.
But that's how I am.
Yeah.
And at one point in time, like I say, I used to sit in my office, and then I wanted to help my friends. Right? That's the worst thing you do.
Yeah.
You bring in your friend in your business. You bring in people that don't know you, because your friends. Your friends, I brought a couple of my friends in, and hey T man, I was always a hey man, hey T man, hey T man. I said, no, your ass is out, man, because I can't do it.
I can hear that.
I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't do it, brother.
I can't do it. The chat last night made me do, Terry and Mike. You know what it made? I get stuck in this complex where I want to be right, and that's stubborn that I got to get past.
Yeah,
but it forced me to listen, and when I was listening to Terry, my perception of Terry came. That Terry's not a Democrat. Terry's a man. And that's and some of the shit he was saying about his father than I do. But me and Terry could have a beer together. That's a guy I would respect and probably go to his house and be there for him. Like that's a guy that I would go to bat for. Same thing with Buster, to be honest with you.
He said
disclosure. Disclosure about who we are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once we start doing that, then we can say, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Mike, I understand what Mike's saying, and Mike said, I understand what Terry's saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then we can start bouncing things off so we can really help our community, because me being mad at Mike don't help children, and our children become affected by our decisions.
Yeah.
And then when they go to school, they like, wait a minute, I thought these people were like this.
Well, and I think that's what social media does for us, is it strips away the personal connection, and it's just a keyboard thing.
Yeah.
But when I seen Terry's face and heard Terry talk, now I melded in what a person Terry or something.
Right.
Not necessarily that, but I mean, or you know what, Terry, you're running a successful business. I'm trying to do this on the side.
Wow.
And see,
yeah.
I mean, but I
swear to God, I do it all the time. And I'm gonna tell you, this a guy, literally, he just passed away. Before I started talking to you, he said, man, I had a negative vibe about black people. He said, the reason why my dad taught me this, my dad was old school. He said, when I went to prison, he said, we all ERs in prison. We all ERs in prison. And he said, and then once I got out, I good dude, man. I mean, good dude. We sat down and talked, and you know, every once in a while it'll slip out, but I understood where he was coming from in context. No. Hear me out. No, I understood in context.
Okay, I'm going to ask you what slipped out. What his anger and stuff, and his terminology.
No. What happened is it was a certain situation that happened.
Okay.
And he said, that motherfucking ER.
Yeah, I know you saying
ER, and I said, hold up, bro. What was the context? I said, hold on. What was the context of why you called them that?
Right. He was just frustrated. He was.
Yeah, he was.
I know.
And I told him.
Listen, I've had friends. I know. It's funny to me. I laugh so hard. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
And his name was Greg. His name was Greg Champion. And he had a massive heart attack on the road. I had to go recover his truck, and he was in the hospital. You know, none of his family members came to see him and anything like that. Matter of fact, swear to God, I brought the dude back to my house so he can nurse himself back to health. My aunt came over to cook for him and all this other kind of stuff. So I that's what I'm saying. I do who raised him.
Well, yeah.
But we can change them by the actions that we implement if we're God's people. That's one thing. If we're God's people, all of us are God's people. It don't matter what color.
Yeah.
My whole deal is it don't matter, man, a color or a construct. I look at them as a human being that can help who raised them.
Yeah, you're right. You know, I think you're doing totally right. I have two things. People in the chat are making comments about stuff that's going on as well. Buster says something about Mike. You said my name. Myron Gastel says game over. Someone's trying to.
What do you mean by game over?
I don't know. He says game over. I think just realizing that we all come together and stuff.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know,
exactly. I already knew what it was. You knew what it was. Yeah. Right. See, that's what I'm saying. People like us at odds. Divide us. You can conquer us. It's easy to conquer us.
Yeah.
Because one person's gonna put something in one person's ear, and another person's gonna put somebody in else's ear, and then guess what? The person who's benefiting is the person that told to each ear. They're the one that's benefiting. Think about it. The person who's going to both sides. That's how wars are started. You know that, right? That's how wars are started. Prescott Bush funded the Germany in World War II. Prescott Bush. You know who else didn't like the Nazis? I mean, who didn't like
right? You know I'm gonna look that up.
Americans was Ford. Henry Ford didn't like the Dr. J's. You know what I'm saying? And he literally sent weaponry and vehicles to Germany. And guess what else happening? We were also fighting Germany. Let that sink in. That's what's going on now. The United States is going to destroy you. And then guess what? Israel is telling the United States, Iran is going to destroy you. Who benefits? Who's benefiting right now? Israel's benefiting. They're the man in the middle. They're the puppet masters. They're controlling both of us. Yeah. they're going to basically want a bigger Israel.
Real quick, Terry. I wanted to chime in. I think I agree with you on the Israel deal, but I also think like two things can be true at the same time, like they're not mutually exclusive. I think that not only does it benefits Israel, it also benefits the Middle East, and it overtly benefits us. I don't like that we're the hammer and the nail. We're more the hammer than the nail. I really wish that it was more equal, but that being said, Israel does more of a defensive military regime, whereas we're more of an offensive.
As if a 4-foot man, as if a 4-foot man will come up to you and kick you in your shin, right? And then he got a guy that's 7'3", that's 400 pounds. Say, if you do something to him, I'm going to destroy you. What do you do?
Sounds like me when I was a little kid with my big brother.
There you go. That's because you knew my brother's a big dude and he'll fight my battles. That's exactly what Israel is doing. Exactly. And I'm gonna say this. And be honest with me. What nation has Iran invaded?
I would argue that Iran got Iran invaded, man.
No. The only big bully that Israel had to fight to take over the Middle East was who? Iran. Because Iran basically took over Gaza, took over all these countries. Why? That's why they're the little brothers. You see what I'm saying? Gave all those countries ammunition to who? To fight Israel, because guess what? Israel was going to go in and take all the land anyway because they had United States. So Israel said, think about this. In 40 years of the same thing, come on, that's a little boy crying wolf, because eventually, together, it's going to backfire against
China's kind of pissed off Russia with their dealings with America right now. China and Russia are kind of at odds with each other because of the pacts and different stuff that was just signed. But the one thing that bothers me about conservatives or Republicans, because I don't think that most of them are conservative, is that they don't delineate between, let me say this the correct way. They don't delineate between the Bible passage where God talks about turning their backs on the Jews. Okay, Israel, and here's my big point. Israel is a state. Israel is not the Jew. Israel is the state of Israel. It is not Jews. Jews are different. Now there's Zionists that are ran by Israel, but the common everyday Jew is the person that God was talking about in the Bible. Because if you look at the Bible, man that they're after. And that's my biggest issue with people. Oh, if you can't not support Israel because the Bible says, it's like, no, dude, you have that so messed up. No, Israel is Israel. That's the state. That's the Zionist state. The same guys that became Christians. And that's what the difference is. So I think it's just a matter of the same people that killed Jesus, the same people that went and think about the Zionism in the Bible. Remember when you said if you live long enough, your grandma said, or your mom, if you live long enough, you'll see, watch, and you will. I said, I said, if you listen to
live long enough, and you, amen.
Who did the Jews? Who did the Jews have do their dirty work to kill Jesus? It was the Romans.
Wow.
We are the modern day Rome.
Wow.
And we are doing their bidding. Think about it. Tell me if I'm wrong.
That's pretty deep.
Brother,
that's pretty
I'm
deep.
With you.
That's pretty deep. That's pretty deep. They keep trying to keep their hands clean.
You have to have that conduit. Yeah. You have to have that conduit or the go-between. What? You see what I'm saying? There is a goal that I want. So what do I use? Who's the conduit? I can use the United States.
Yeah.
I use the United States against the person who I want taken out.
Well,
like you said, your big brother, you know what I'm saying? Right. You're like, I don't like this dude.
Right.
And if I jump and he whooped my behind, my big brother got my back.
Right.
When I first started calling in, I said this, and it was really controversial. People thought, Perry thought I was racist because I said this, and I said this. I said, look, the Zionist Jews are in every level of the top 1% in America. They run Hollywood family. They have crippled the white family. Their ultimate goal, in my opinion, I have only my opinion to go off of this, and a lot of it's conjecture, but my opinion is that if they can weaken America enough, they become the superpower. It's like now I'm older and my big brother can't whoop me, but the whole time my brother could whoop me. I used him and abused him, and now I can take him over. And I think that's exactly what Zionists are doing. They're eating us from the inside out, and I think they control both parties. And I think they are the bad guy centers that are globalists. That's a conspiracy theory, and people call me racist for it, but I think that's why you see the problematic stuff with white Democrats were in LBJ. LBJ made a comment, and I pulled it up while you were talking. He made a comment, and then I'll shut up. He made a comment, and it's this. If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best color,
amen. I hear that all the time. Yes, sir.
Yes.
He also said,
you could convince, right?
And he's done it.
He also said, I'll have those NIGGENs voting Democratic for the next 100 or 200 years. Yeah. Why do you think that is? Because it is another example of the Zionists using and manipulating to get what they want. And if they can keep white people and black people in America separated and keep us down, and they can destroy the black community, they can wash out the white community with black blood, they get a whole nother race of people that they can completely control, and then they become the world power.
Amen. Yes.
I said that, and people said I was racist
again,
for saying
they got TikTok and all this other kind of stuff to manipulate the situation. Yes. Amen, brother.
I got Swaggy. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I get the chat involved.
So go ahead.
A lot of people are agreeing what you're saying. Swaggy said this caller gets it. A lot of people are agreeing what you're saying here. I agree as well. I just want to make sure. I see you, Brian McCarthy. I am divine. I see you there as well. You know what, guys? I'm looking at the time. We've been on for like this phone call has been almost over 45 minutes long. Almost 45.
Oh wow! Okay.
45 minutes. I know, and I want to come back on at 5:30 or 6:30. So I'm going to end this live stream, and then I'm going to be back on.
All right. See you, Terry. See you, Mike.
Okay. All right, guys. All right. So Terry, thank you, Mike. Yes.
Huh?
Yeah. Go ahead. I was going to say thank you.
No.
I was going to say both.
Yeah, my son real, man. I'm just telling you. Oh, you gonna like it. I'm telling you, you gonna like it.
Okay, all right.
You gonna like it. You gonna like it
every day.
You gonna like it.
I'm gonna play it every day.
Now, do you want them to? How do you want them to send it to you?
Oh, just send it as a what's it? Copyright too. You know, the music part, so I won't get docked on it.
Oh no. It's going to be his own music that he's put up.
Damn.
That he's making his own beats.
Hey, I'm 100 for it, man. Whatever flows, I'm ready to play. I'm gonna play it all the time. I'm gonna end this one, guys, and I see you again at 6:30 or 5:30. Okay.
All right. Hey,
guys.
Mike, be safe. Both you Mikes, be safe, man.
Okay. All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
I think what's name hung up already. Okay. Bye. Yeah. He already hung up. Okay, here we go. All right, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. This was so good. I was listening to him. I was reading and stuff, and I'm just lagging. You know, I'm lagging and stuff. So I want to definitely stream both horizontal and vertical. Hey, what's going on? Biden wasn't in charge of nothing except picking his ice cream flavors for the day. No ice cream flavors. You're so true. It seemed like he was definitely out for lunch. We all can admit to that. Hey guys, it's about that time, guys. I really enjoyed everybody here. I see Buster Starfish says, see me the link later. I'll get down with y'all for real. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. Oh, who we got there? I see right there. Is that Myron? I think it's Myron right there with the thumbs up. Thank you, Myron. Oh my gosh, Myron. That's M. Gastel. Oh my gosh, with the wrench. Thumbs up, baby. Oh my gosh, I see you there. I mean, it says that Democrats aren't capable of competent leadership. I am divine. Need not throw stones in a glass. Need not throw those. Oh my gosh, I see you there. I'm divine. I see need not throw stones in a glass. house. Trump got Biden. It's not office. I see what you're saying. I say Biden never knew he was president, guys. He never knew that. I got Mud Butters here. It says, and Trump is riffing. Oh, no. I got you there. All right, but Buster Starfish. Forever Roman. Yeah, Trump has to clean up the mess that the Biden and the Democrats have made over the past couple of decades. Not years, decades. Damn. Wow, here we go. Biden shook hands with the Easter Bunny before he thought it was real. While Brian McCarthy says Trump, we're talking about. He's just as old and senile. See now, that's not true there, Brian McCarthy. You know that. You have to know that. MAGA has nothing. My brother, you need to get on the phone and call or Zoom up. I'm gonna stop reading your comments if you don't do that. Here we go. Democrats are expensive. McCarthy says here what he says. He says they say that Trump. Oh, I'm not gonna read that. Here we go. Isaiah, what's going on, Isaiah? I'll call you at 6:30. Make sure the phone lines are as here. Libs provoke you until they bring out your ugly side. Wow. And then they play victim. That's why they bring out the ugly side, then they go victim. Oh my guys, I got Brian McCarthy says here, and I ain't gonna read yours anymore, Brian. Here we go. Here's and then it says, true. Someone says true about a Hammer's comment. I got you there. He said we don't want the Dems tomb able to clean up the Trump's work. I don't know what he's saying. Divine said Trump is sleeping, and you said this whole stream's been a fat lying ass wipe. Oh my gosh. Here he goes. Thank God for the second. Oh my God, Swaggy. What's going on, Swaggy? Trump bot. Oh no, I'm not gonna say that. Here we go, guys. This is for real with Mike himself exempt to the RSF. That's not true. His past, not his future. Since I think it was May 29. I can't remember what day it was, but it's not true. Okay, well, that's the end of the song there. That's the 7 minutes, so I can stop it there. Hey guys, that's it right there. Hey guys, God bless America. Jesus Christ is King. Praise the Lord. John 3:16. John 3:16. God bless you. I'm out, guys. Woo!